Hey, what's up, guys? David here from UC. I just got the Miss Pac-Man cocktail cabinet put together, and I gotta tell you, I didn't really think through camera angles with getting the downward shot, but I'm gonna do my best. This is just gonna be a quick overview of the cabinet. Any first thoughts I might have, which I actually already have a few, and any questions you guys might have, let me know what those are, and I'll try to answer them. And then, just like with the live stream I did last night with the new Golden Axe cab, which I like more the more I've played it. I'm going to do a full review later once everything has been used. You know what I mean? Like, you get these things set up, you spend all that time on that, go live here. You got to have some time to kind of enjoy it first, and then I'll go through it. That way I can give you guys a full review. So this is not a review. I'll tell you that my first impressions, and let me see if I can get you a better shot of the cabinet. So this is the screen. You guys already know what it is, the BOE monitor. The bezel around it looks great. Nice large Miss Pac-Man labeling. I'm going to go back and compare this to the original Miss Pac-Man cocktail. I know this is quite a bit different. And then this is what it looks like from the sides, or fronts, I guess. And then there's big old side panels. And those big side panels actually are one of the best. Get this back on here. Well, not one of, definitely the best looking improvement over the original. So if you guys had a Gen 1 cocktail cabinet from Arcade1up, they were too short. Real cocktail cabinets are 32 inches high. They might have varied, but at least the ones I've ever looked up or played on were 32 inches. And that bad boy was 25 inches. So you had to put it on feet to get it extra high. This one is said to be 29 inches high, but I think actually it comes in a little taller once you add the 1-inch feet. I haven't measured it yet. But cabinet looks good, and it's actually at a height where I can play it. Now, am I going to put a little extra steel feet on the bottom to lift it up a couple extra inches to get it to that 32 inches? I might. I'm debating. But it's definitely usable. And the Wave 1 cocktail cabinet, honestly, out of the box, was not usable. Other thing I noticed, I hate how these cocktail cabinets pick the game if you just leave it on the menu. Other thing I noticed, sorry, give me a sec. Get back out to the menu. So just right off the top, I was hoping for the same system menu that we get in, try to go back to the screen for you, that we get in the Golden Axe cabinet, excuse me. And you really don't get that. I mean, it looks nice. You guys can see it's got the themed coloring. It's got the Miss Pac-Man logo. What was so cool about the Golden Axe menu was the menu view was actually dynamic. Like, based on the game you picked, there'd be different background images and stuff. Minor thing, not a big deal. You're not going to not buy the cabinet because of that. But when they come up with something that works really well, like that slick new menu design, I wish they'd do it universally. Same thing with there's no gear icon. I can't get into the dip switch settings. Different team handled this emulation than handled the Golden Axe cabinet. But again, it worked really well with Golden Axe. Can't we get it here? I think they're working on a fix to give us that level of access, and it's needed. I look forward to it. But I also got to tell you, lifting this top up, you got, what is it, you have 8 screws you have to take off. You got to lift this whole thing up. Every time you do it, you risk damaging it. The cocktail cabinet's the worst cabinet you're going to want to take it apart to firmware update it. I say all that to say I still very much hope we get a firmware update, but we'll see. Arcade asked, would I recommend this over the Black Edition? I think I haven't played it yet. I played Miss Pac-Man. Like, I just turned it on and it came on and I booted out of it. I couldn't tell you for sure yet, but look, I don't see why you wouldn't. The main problem with the Black Series is too short. This one fixes that. The artwork looks good, and in my opinion, the games list is way better. You get Galaga and Galaxian, Dig Dug 2 if you care about that. But you get Miss Pac-Man, which, you know, most people, I think, would prefer to have that over original. So I bought this, and I didn't buy the Black Series Pac-Man. So yeah, my recommendation is that. Now, there's one game on here. I think it's Pac-Land, but don't hold me to it. But it uses 3 buttons. So let's get this camera over here. So, and if it's not Pac-Land, it's Pac-Mania. Look, I don't know anything about these obscure, weird Pac-Man variants that they're filling us out with yet. But it uses 3 buttons, one to jump and to move left and move right. And that's fine, but they could have given us another game that doesn't use 3 buttons. Here's my point. These old Namco games were designed to be ambidextrous. You got the joystick in the middle for Galaga or for Miss Pac-Man, and you might have a button left or button right, or actually both, for games like Dig Dug. or Galaga, and you could play them ambidextrously. That would have been a better design. That would have been a more authentic design. So anyway, I saw some of you having trouble with the stream. I'm not on my usual rig, so I am on Wi-Fi, but it should be a pretty good connection. So anyway, that's in my opinion, that's a games list oversight because you put on a weird variant of Pac-Man that nobody wants. You've now dictated that the control panel be kind of goofy and have 3 buttons and an offset joystick instead of centering the joystick. Again, I still bought the cabinet with my own money. I mean, I'm not saying that compromises the product. It's just probably not the choice I would have made. Now, I know this is a Miss Pac-Man cabinet, but we're going to play Dig Dug first because I haven't played Dig Dug in a billion years. Well, that's not true. I played a few times in the arcade not too long ago, but I've wanted a Dig Dug in the home for a long time, and I play it on my Legends Ultimate occasionally. That's not to say I'm any good at Dig Dug, but we're going to play it anyway. And I won't beat you guys up too much with gameplay because I know this camera angle is garbage. I'll get better gameplay shots when I do the review. Yeah, how was Galaga with 4-way joystick? I want to know that too. Yeah. I see play a game. I'm going to get to it, but right off the top, the volume's kind of loud for being on the first notch. It's not terrible, but I kind of have to shout over it a little bit. But Galaga with a 4-way stick was a big question I had. Now, there is history with Galaga with a 4-way stick, and that's with the class of 1981 reunion cabinet from Namco. That combined Miss Pac-Man and Galaga in one cab as a 4-way stick. So it's been done before. I'm hoping it's not too bad. We'll play another round of Dig Dug, and then I'll jump into Miss Pac, and then we'll get to Galaga. The control quality is the usual. You know, it's not great. It's definitely not the strong suit. These guys clearly aren't giving us the highest end controls. It's not terrible. It's a lot better than Wave 1. Yeah. My Wave 1 Pac-Man I just sold, and I hope Galaga is good on this. I can sell my Wave 1 Galaga. Yeah, the problem is, man, the camera's not on a tripod. I had to set it up on my laptop. This was sort of impromptu. It took me longer to build the cabinet than I thought, and I had to work longer at my day job. Like I said, I'll have better camera shots for you later. And also, I'm not going to do this stream super long, so I won't make you suffer too long with the crappy camera angle. Try and improve it a little bit. Actually, do I have I think I do have a tripod down here. Actually, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a tripod and hook that up. It's a good idea. Sorry, guys. I know this is kind of crappy. The setup I had going worked really well for Golden Axe, and I just didn't think about the camera angle being any different. It was honestly an oversight on my part. Let's see if that's any better. P-dubs. Tripod fun. Yeah, I have a tripod. Man, it's been a long day, and I didn't think about this ahead of time, but I appreciate y'all. No refunds. All right, that should be a little bit better. Again, it will be better for the review, I promise. All right, let's try out Miss Pac-Man and see what's up. I never claim to be very good at these games either, guys, so don't expect a world-class performance. I know I mentioned on my review of the other cocktail cabinet, the Street Fighter, that the screen size at 17 inches was sufficient. So if you look at the photos, the first thing I always think is, man, that screen looks small for a cocktail, and it does look small. There's a lot of bezel. Nah, I should have gone up. There's a lot of bezel. In person, yeah, the screen is big enough, and hopefully the camera kind of picks that up. Should they have given us a 19-inch for, you know, the price at $500? Yeah, arguably. I mentioned in a community post before, but Best Buy has this right now for $450. And I think for that price, I couldn't imagine getting another variant of Pac-Man or of Miss Pac-Man. I just think this is the best one. You get the strongest games list. Now, you might not want a cocktail cabinet, and then, you know, that's fine. I had room for one extra cocktail, and so this is what I was kind of holding out for. Infinity Table is not costing me a tripod. I haven't backed that. I do think it looks interesting. I'm not really on the hater bandwagon with it, but it doesn't look, it's not getting me excited enough to part with cash in this very crowded season. Oh man, it's back up to $4.99. I'm sorry to hear that. They had a Black Friday guarantee on it, so all I can tell you is hopefully they go back down. I'm going to play Galaga next. I want to try that out with the stick, but hopefully they get it back down to $4.50 for Black Friday. Oop. Turn my light off real quick. I don't know if we will get a Pac-Man and a Miss Pac-Man in one cabinet. The thing is about their Pac-Man and then their Miss Pac, those are, I think, their two most broadly popular titles that they have. Might not be the most popular among all of us, but in terms of retailer hype and what retailers want to sell, and I don't know if they would risk putting that all together in one product. You know, I gotta say, I don't really notice the joystick being four-way either. It's not really bothering me right now. I don't love how loose the joystick feels, but it being four-way is not bothering me like I thought it might. Which is good, because I want to get rid of my full-size Galaga. Make some more room. The stick does feel really loose, though. I might need to just put new sticks in this altogether. God. I'm not great at Galaga. I'm not normally this crap at it. I ordered a couple Pac-Man stools to go with this bad boy too, but I'm still waiting on it. These sticks are definitely not razor sharp though, and I'm kind of surprised I'm complaining about it because the sticks that came in the original Wave 1 were obviously not good, but I don't know, they felt a whole better than this. I think these sticks have to go. No, there are no Miss Pac-Man stools, Nacho. I asked John on Facebook about that, and he said no because reasons. I took that to mean licensing. I don't know that for sure. But no Miss Pac stools. The ones that QVC sells look pretty good, though, in terms of they had the bright blue color scheme with the yellow. So I think they'll look good with this cabinet. We'll see. All right, back out of this. Play one more game. Jim, where can we buy this? So Best Buy has it. It was $4.50. I guess it's not anymore. And then Walmart has it too. This is the menu for you guys that weren't here at the beginning. Guess we're getting dip switch settings soon for Miss Pac-Man. Hopefully that's coming to the cocktail. I really hope so. You could definitely use it. I want to try Pac-Man. This game looks so goofy. Yeah, so this is the 3-button game. So because of this, we can't get our ambidextrous joystick placement. Let's see if it's worth it. God, this game sucks. This must have just been such a cash grab back in the day. I mean, think about Pac-Man super hot and side-scroller beat-em-ups are a thing, and these guys just crap this up. I mean, it's neat to have it re-released, I guess, is for history purposes. The game looks terrible, though. P-Dubs, you do not love this game, man. You're lying to me. I don't believe you. All right, boys, I'm going to call it a night in a few minutes. If you have any questions on the cab, though, drop them in chat. And I guess I will hit up Miss Pac-Man real quick before we leave. I got to get this thing off the screen. Did I put this next to my Street Fighter? No, it's in a different part of my game room. So I'll probably show you in the review what it looks like next to Street Fighter so you can see the height difference. Although I've got those risers, so I guess that's not really valid. But you can kind of see how it goes with it. It's the same exact frame. I don't think they've changed the frame of it at all, other than they made it taller. But no, I'm not setting it next to it. It's in another part of my game room. What's up, Rex? Yeah, high score saves, actually. Let's do that before we bounce off of here. How's the screen look? It's exactly the same as all the others. I mean, it's the same monitor. It's okay. The thing is, these monitors aren't really designed, I don't think, to be vertical. And I've always felt like when they are vertical, they inherently look a little worse with the blacks. So not terrible, not great. I have to call my girlfriend down for that. I'll see, you got me looking at the screen. I can't look. I'll have her come down and jump on T-Player. Back out real quick. We'll see if she's still up. I texted her. If she comes downstairs, then I'll show you 2-player. Yeah, man, I know you're telling me to walk to the other side, but I don't think you appreciate how pinned in I am right now between cabinets and the camera recorder. There we go. My assistant has entered the fray. Here, watch out. I got cords and stuff hanging on. Do you know where the start button is? It's just like the other cabinet. Nope. 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 Maybe we have to back up. It's the one on the top by the volume and power buttons where those are on the other cabinet.
Yeah, press the top one.
Okay. All right, press the start button. There we go. Cool. All right, guys, 2-player madness coming at you. Anybody else wish these had a dedicated add credit button, or is that just me? I don't know if anybody's ever played the Pac-Man game that's like a slot machine where you actually do gambling and you actually do play Pac-Man against other people, but it's crack. If you're ever in Vegas, the what hotel was it? The big green one, the MGM Grand, they have one and it's super awesome. People camp it all day because it's so much fun. And then the winner gets paid out. Obviously, the machine takes a rake, but if you're good at Pac-Man, you can make coin. There were a couple guys all day that would just dominate the table. He does. I'm sure you have someone to play with in there. Also, correction, I have one person to play with. Good luck finding someone to play a 4-player cabinet. Jesus. Botch that. It might be a waste of space, but it's a nice cabinet. I think you guys will see on the review that it's probably worth the money if you're into Golden Axe. All right, now I can read the chat while she plays. What we got here? I don't know if that's true, but it's tough, man. You know how it is, P-Dubs. We all have work and lives and stuff. We got to get the reviews in when we can. We might not have somebody over. Ooh, question, would I pick this or the Golden Axe? Well, first off, I don't know because I've just played this with you guys tonight. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is a much more universal cabinet. There's certainly a lot more replay value here than you're going to get with Golden Axe. But because I already had a regular Pac-Man and a regular Galaga, then if that's the question, then would I only pick one? I guess I'd probably go Golden Axe. But if I didn't have anything, I'd probably go with this just because more games, more replayability. But they're just so different. I mean, you're either into Golden Axe type games or you're not. As simple as that. I try, man. I try. It is true, though. We have a lot. We got a lot to buy this holiday, don't we, guys? Oh, God. I had a decent run. Guess RIP. Am I adding tension springs? Yeah, I'm going to do something. At minimum, I'm going to add probably 4-pound springs to this if I don't just replace the stick altogether. I've actually not... I don't think I've done a joystick swap on a Arcade1up board before, so I don't know how straightforward that is or isn't. I'm sure some of you guys know in the chat. Let me know if you've done that. I don't know if you need a different wiring harness or if they just like... And I know different sticks are wired differently, but with like a SandWall, I don't think I could wire that directly into this. I think I'd have to recrimp some wires. But if any of you guys have done that, let me know. Yeah, it's a good point, Chosen. If you've got, you know, a big family to play with, then that's clutch. Joystick swap is cake. Cool. Glad to hear that. And they're just not all wired different. Like some of them I think have grounds and some don't. Oh, damn. Thought I was still blue. I got a little too big for my britches. It is nice to finally have a 2-player cocktail where it's all vertical games where the screen flips. You know, the Street Fighter has a bunch of horizontal games and it'll just shrink the image down, which is okay. It's better than not having a cocktail at all. It's a decent option. But obviously, Pac-Man is just so much more suited to this form factor. All right, and then we'll find out if this saves high scores when I'm done. I'll let you guys know. Oh. I guess I'm done now. Jesus. Because I put this in last minute, I didn't have it screwed in. Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's good game variety for sure on the Golden Axe cab. I think what a lot of people are frustrated with, and what I definitely feel, is it seems like a little bit of a waste to have all that space you're going to take up, but only be able to use it for the one game. But, you know, it just is what it is. All right, so we'll see if it saved the score. Do you remember what the score was? Was that it? That must be it because it's such like a random score. So it's 11,440. So it seems to have saved the score. Now, I haven't powered it off, obviously. I just reset it. I'll note in the review if it sticks the score when it's powered off. You want to turn that light on when you head out? Thanks. Cool. Let me turn this around. Let's see. Any other questions? Does this come with Puzzle Bobble? No, it does not. It does come with Turtle Ninjas, though, or Pirate Ninjas. What the hell was that game you were into, P-Dubs? I can't even remember what that was called. DIY Retro Arcade has a SandWall with a wiring harness plug that goes directly to Arcade1up. Nice. Okay. I figured somebody would have one because there's such a market for this. And what did a Pac-Man originally have? Were those hap sticks? I think they were, but I think hap sticks are harder to install. Ninja Clowns. That's yeah, man, it has Ninja Clowns. You gotta buy it. I think you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'll look all this stuff up for the review, but I think Pac-Man did hap sticks, but then I think hap sticks are harder to get into this, so I'll probably stick with SandWall if that's easier. Which 2 buttons does Dig Dug use? I'll check for you real quick. Dig Dug 2. Let's find out. You guys already know what it is. If they mess up the button mapping, they do seem to be fixing that. There is a minor button mapping error on Golden Axe, and they seem to be fixing that. And we know they've already fixed the button mapping error that P-Dubs found on how I don't even remember what cabinet it was now off the top of my head. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, so those are the 2 buttons then. So leftmost and then right, which makes sense. Wasn't that what they goofed up with the Dig Dug Countercade, where they tried to stick with the one button on each side layout from original Dig Dug, but you had to engage with both of them. At least that's not the case here. See you, P-dubs. Actually, I'm about to drop off too. I got some stuff I got to get to. But listen, guys, I do appreciate you hanging with me. Get the camera out here. There we go. All right, boys. Thanks for hanging. If you got questions I didn't get to, I'll review the chat after this. But definitely leave a comment in the community post or come to the review or whatever. Comment there, and I'll answer whatever questions you might have. But good hanging with you, and I'll catch you later.